Hello out there, lords and ladies of Westeros. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. This is your liege lord, the Godless Gamer, and today we are continuing our Game of Thrones series. We are playing as House Fairgrave. We were just landed last episode. Tywin gave us the Fair Island in the Westerlands. So we're still just a lowly duke, but I mean, we're only 2 episodes in, so what do you expect? Rome wasn't built in a day. But we are growing, things are going well. We had a very successful last episode, a lot of good things happened. And some good things are going to happen in this one as well. I got some great advice from one of my commenters in the last episode, and I wanted to talk about what their advice was, basically. Now, currently, we are the vassal of Tywin Lannister, and in order for us to conquer things, we have to get hooks against him. But we have this little thing that we can do in order to make that not a problem. Actually, we have 2 things that we can do. We can reduce his crown authority and make him so weak that his vassals can pretty much walk all over him and do whatever they want. So we wouldn't need hooks if we got him down to at least a limited crown authority. We don't need hooks to get to fight wars if he's down to 2. But another thing we can do is mess with our contract that we have with Tywin Lannister. Now, I always forget. It's not that I forget about contracts. It's not that I forget about them. I'm just so used to being the liege lord that I normally don't think about it from the other way. Like, I have a liege lord this time, and I can use this contract to help me, as opposed to me being the liege lord trying to stifle my vassals and trying to make my vassals do more for me. This time, I need my liege lord to do more for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to capitalize on this little stipulation here in the contract, war declarations. The vassal does not have to spend a hook if their liege's crown authority prevents them from waging war. This special treatment also makes it easier for the vassal to declare wars inside the realm, reducing the cost by 50%. Now, I don't have a hook on Tywin Lannister, so I can't get this for free. I can't use a hook to get it, but I can trade him off for something. I'm going to give him more levies. Now, this is only going to be temporary, because once we modify this contract, we're not going to be able to do it again while Tywin is alive. We're going to have to wait until his next ruler takes the throne in order for us to be able to modify this again. But we're going to do it now. And then I'm willing to bet that Tywin is going to die. Maybe not this episode, but soon enough that we're not going to have to live with this contract for long. We'll be able to modify it again and get back to our normal levy contributions. But now that we got that, we can fight whatever we want. Which is great, because I already have a claim here in the Kindlands, and I would like to take this, because if we take this, it gives us a border with a bunch of different places, and that will speed up the rate at which I can get fabrications done. So we're going to go for the Kindlands. I'm going to get this conquest. I'm just not really confident with my army yet. I'm sure we could actually win. We could beat them right now, but I don't see the harm in buffing up our army a little bit. Let's buff up our army a little bit more, save up some money so we can afford the war, and then we'll fight this conquest, and we'll take the Kindlands. So I'm very excited to get some conquests. We're finally reaching out beyond the borders of Fair Island. We're setting our foot on the mainland of Westeros. This is just the first of many steps that we will be taking. Let's unpause. I got some good marriages. I brought in some really good knights. Let me show them to you. I brought in 2 of them. I brought in Aemir, who has 27 prowess, and I brought in Jarman, who has 24. Look at these knights. 23, 29, 27, 24, 20... 19. These are all pretty good. Oh, no, wait. This is my spy master. He's not fighting. But still, we're pretty set with really good knights. We're stacked, which is going to make our wars even easier. Now, currently, we are in the learning lifestyle. I want to get the scientific perk so I can get to divine right a little faster. I want to be able to press several claims in a single war. So we're working for that. So we're in the learning lifestyle. We're going to grab scientific and maybe 1 or 2 more. And then I'm going to switch into intrigue and get our scheming perks. Get our Game of Thrones perks, basically. We can fabricate hooks. Murders will be more successful. And hostile schemes will be successful overall. So let's go. Let's get this conquest. I have to increase my Westerland footmen one more time, then everybody will be at level 2. And then I think that'll be a great time to attack. Tywin is fighting against the Iron Throne, and it looks like he's winning so far. My Master of the Hunt, Raymond, brings word of beasts spotted in my realm. There's a game sighting. There's deer in Fair Castle. If we have enough time and the deer are still around, by the time we get this conquest, we can celebrate our conquest by going on a hunt. We still need items, so a hunt would do us very well. We don't have any artifacts yet. I can't believe it. I hear a commotion from my son Ryan's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse, Adrena, is playing with Ryan. My liege, Ryan just took his first step. I'm gonna increase his prowess. He's a strong boy. We just learned High Valyrian. I don't have to waste my time swaying anybody. This is really nice. Opinions are great. And now my wife is pregnant again. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet nurse Adrena rushes me into my son's chambers. Adrena points at Ryan in excitement, so I lean towards him and listen. Led by the past, leading the future. Unbelievable, our House Fairgrave motto. He gurgled it without a stutter. How delightful. You can get some renown. Now, I'm really hoping my wife gives birth to a daughter, because I want to grab an alliance somehow. I'm sure there's a really nice alliance in our relative area that we can grab. And daughters are good for that. She gave birth to a son. I won't mind it so much if he's a genius. Let's hope he's a genius, come on. He's a genius. So, he is going to take the throne. He's automatically going to take the throne. Unless he has brothers that are younger that are also geniuses. For now, he's going to be my heir. Just to make it official, we're going to give him a little bit of headwear. He just came out of his mom, and we already have an infant-sized crown waiting for him. He's going to be Ronald. Or unless I have a Ronald already. I don't. Ronald Fairgrave. Now that we have scientific, let's see how long it's going to take. In about 17 years. And I'm willing to bet it's going to be shorter than that. But that's not that long. I've been studying the ancient religious texts and the writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree that the long night will come again in 1,000 years. By my calculations, we are less than a century away. If he only knew. If he only knew how right he was. We're not a devoted servant yet. So we've got about 4,000 men. They've got about 2,000. I'm going to save up a little bit more money. My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Robert has a mighty gift to offer you. Go ahead, Robert, tell him. Father, I lost a tooth. And he wants 20 gold for it. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get, honestly. I have nothing. As I'm out for a stroll around the market, a merchant calls me over, insisting he has something that will pique my interest. Now we're just having artifacts thrown at us. Diplomacy challenge. I might be able to make it a little bit cheaper. I failed to negotiate a price, but we got something. Monthly martial lifestyle experience, monthly learning lifestyle experience. That raid speed doesn't really help me, but I'll take the prestige. That was a little more expensive than I would have liked. And now I have to save up a little bit more money before we go to war. As I'm putting away my newly acquired Riverlander Jade Compendium, a slip of parchment falls out. Upon it are instructions for a practice called bibliomancy, where one might divine their fortune from a passage in a book. We can get another perk. We've got our Dune reference. Learning challenge. 99%. Thank you, wife. I love you. There we go. We got a free perk, basically. I'm raising my son, so this will be helpful. Speaking of raising my sons, let's see if I can give them a personality trait that I want. Successful, he wants to be ambitious. Failure, he doesn't want to be brave. But I don't want to die. He's holding a doll? Wow, they're really laying it on thick. That's okay, he's 4 years old. He's allowed to be scared at 4 years old. Who's expecting a 4-year-old to be fearless in the face of death? Alright, so 1 success, 1 failure. It looks like Tywin just lost. He was released. The king released him. Let's declare war against this little kid. I think we're good now. We're gonna make this little kid cry. Watch. Whoops. Forgot that we had a claim going and it cost me money. It's okay. We'll get out of debt soon. Maybe we'll capture somebody valuable here and we can ransom them. By their very nature, ting meets can often be extremely boring. If tempers don't flare and no one gets dramatic, then it's just a long list of low-ranking freemen discussing petty affairs and standing out in the rain. Yet, as Lord, I'm required to be here. Growing older every second. Watching the men of Madgarick talk each other to death, wishing for a war to save me from this living hell. Daydreaming about gold, I can get some stewardship, I can get some prestige, or I can get some stress relief. I'm gonna go on a hunt after the war, so the stress relief is taken care of. Let's increase our stewardship and get some more money. Every little bit helps. My recent endeavors within the realm of theology have given me a greater appreciation for the 7 who are one's representatives on Earth. You mean Planetos? Earth? We're not on Earth. Trying to express some of these feelings, I will draft a letter to the Lord Paramount. I sit down with a scribe, and together we craft a truly splendid letter, highlighting his loyalty and sense of honor, his handsome appearance, his youthful vigor. I don't know. I'm gonna do loyalty and sense of honor. I'm trying it. I am impressed by your insights into our religion, but less so by your insight into your fellow men. Oh, damn it! He raised me up, and then he just knocked me down at the end. It didn't work. What do you guys think you're doing attacking my capital? Do you think you can get away with that? I'm gonna get some money for this guy. Get me out of debt. There was a commotion among the children today. Lena was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. My son wants to be brave, calm, or zealous. Brave is fine, and I won't take any stress for it. Brave is fine. He's just like good old dad. He's just taking after me. We can hold 5 holdings now? That's just being boosted artificially by my wife because I've got her on managed domain. The second I take her off, we're up to 4. I mean, 4 is still good. But this 5 is deceptive. It's not going to be like that forever. We got another valuable prisoner. I can get 45 gold for him. 75 for him. Neither of those guys were helping me with the war score, so I can give them away without the war score going down. So we're making some money with this war. Turning out to be quite the profitable affair. Victory. This little kid, watch, we're gonna make him cry. Look, he looks so tough right now. He looks like a mean kid right there. Now look at him. He's crying so hard that his hands are clipping through his face. Cry, little man. So now all of this is going to be quicker to fabricate claims against. Let's get this one next. We have to wait 5 years for the truce to end with them. But I'm happy. Now we got another piece finally. And we can hold on to it because we're still within our domain limit. But I'm going to put my marshal on increase control. Let's increase the control here now. Let's save up a little bit more money and let's go on that hunt. A merchant has sent me samples of seeds. There's a lot of S's. Sent me samples of seeds. Plants she claims are good for health and mind. I must admit I have little experience in nurturing plants, but how hard could it be? There's a very low chance we can get the herbalist trait. 22%. 26%. I got it. My wife just helped me again. Best wife ever. Nice, we're an herbalist now. And this blade, the purpose of this blade is to sell it. It's crap. If I give it to somebody, their prowess is going to go down. But at least it's worth something. We're going to sell it. And now we have enough money to go on that hunt. There's a stag sighting here. Let's go here. Just to save a little bit of money, I don't really care about the prestige gain much. We'll just leave it at normal. And hopefully I can befriend my Septon. Is he here? Of course he isn't. The one guy that I really want to befriend, he's not here. I could befriend somebody else. I could befriend my spy master. This guy's an impressive specimen, 24 prowess. He would be a good knight. Let's have our knight with 31 prowess, who's brave. He can fight him. He lost. The stranger won the fight. Damn! RNG, man, I swear. Let's get ourselves another item. He's brave, he's content, and he's deceitful. None of these really apply to him, honestly. I'm just gonna go with the hunter one. It worked. We grew closer to forming a friendship. Oh, we didn't become friends, though. My party and I stalk through a cop's eyes peeled for any sign of a stag. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. We can get a hunting raptor. For 5 years. Yes, please. A pet bird. My huntsman had pointed out a scheduled clearing downwind of the Beast Covert, a perfect place to form our bowline and await the stag. Let's ambush it. Let's be patient. Patience, this should be easy to solve. We got this. Or we didn't. Prowess challenge. I'm gonna tell everybody to shoot it. That way we know it dies. Stag Antler. Prestige, renown, and stress gain. A buff. I'll take that. It's a masterwork trinket. I definitely like the renown. Successful hunt. Let's equip that. And Tywin is sick? Oh, he's just ill. He doesn't have, like, a disease or anything. Let's see what we can ask for. I can have him send bailiffs to my realm to increase the control. Because of the low control, in order to get to him, in order to load the control, I have to go through it. In order for me to get there, I'd have to spend 20 gold and hire some mercenaries to safely get me to my liege lord. I don't know if it's worth it. Even then, there's still a chance of danger. Even if I hire mercs. I'm not gonna bother. I'll increase the control myself. More than anything, my quest to be a learned man is teaching me how much I do not yet know. What's more, there must be so much knowledge that has been lost to the ages as books fall apart or languages are forgotten. The lost knowledge of Marwyn's Book of Lost Books. What happens if you lose the Book of Lost Books? Archmaester Rigny's famous Wheel of History. Hey, I like history, and our house motto is basically, like, we respect history and we learn from history. So I feel like we would want a history book. I'm gonna get the Wheel of History. Wheel of History. I'm gonna get carefree, and then we're gonna get out of learning. I can get some money for this guy by sending him to the Night's Watch and to the wall. Free money, thank you. Double checking that none of my counselors are knights. I took Robert out playing with a bow, and to my surprise, he ran into a wounded doe. He later lashed out at me, thinking I had staged the whole encounter. He wants to be paranoid or sadistic. This is one of the traits that his mom has, so he's starting to take after his mom a little bit. Paranoid isn't great, it stresses him out, but I know he's not going to be taking the throne, so I don't have to worry about him being a ruler, so I'm a little less concerned about his personality. He could be paranoid. It has come to my attention that your Septon is working to fabricate a spurious claim on the lordship of Clever Cove. I implore you to remember that you are a lord by right, not by greed. Do you realize where we are? Do you understand the context of the place that we are? This is Westeros, you idiot. It's what everybody tries to do. I'm sure that's exactly what he's trying to do right now. Like, he's probably fabricating a claim against somebody. My translation of the Wheel of History finally stands complete. Accomplished translator. And a lifestyle perk, a free one. We can always get Know Thyself later. I'm going to grab Restraint, and we're still going to get out. I'm going to go into the Intrigue lifestyle. We have plenty of time to get that last perk. We have a new liege. It's Cersei Lannister. And look at this, guys. We have 2 secrets on her. So we can immediately get a hook on her, and we can modify our contract because it's a new person. Let's go pay her homage. Of course it's gonna be dangerous. Ugh. But I don't care. I'm gonna risk it. I think we'll be fine. Yep, you're fine. Look at it, Cersei Lannister on the Lion Throne. I just ate a nauseating meal and got some stress gain. Uh-oh, we did hit some danger. Our road takes us through the treacherous parts of Eckerdean. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Gawain jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me, Gawain. Anyway, let me see what you have here. Some kind of a fruit? I say he's a grown adult. He can make his own decisions. He can eat it. Let's get a strong hook. We can get this strong hook on Cersei. 90% chance she'll accept. We got it. Oh, Cersei, there's this little thing about my contract. It kind of stinks. Oh. We can't get it out. Your obligations have already been changed. I guess I have to die? I have to be the one that dies? I thought it didn't matter. I thought if one of the people was... Oh, wait. I guess it does matter because I am the vassal and they're the liege. I could have sworn we could have renegotiated it. I mean, whatever. So she gets more levies. We're gonna have to wait until our ruler dies, I guess. I'm so sorry, guys. I must have gotten that mixed up. I could have sworn that if we got a new liege, we'd be able to modify our contracts. Oh well, it's okay. It's okay. We have a strong hook on Cersei Lannister now. I'm Cersei's spy master. And that's perfect for us, because we just got into the intrigue lifestyle, and that's going to increase our lifestyle experience gain. My lord huffs Derek as he marches up to me, hauling my son Ronald by his ear. This dreaded child has been lying in wait around corners, wearing a wolf skin for a costume, only to jump out screaming and scaring the living daylights out of people. He can do whatever he wants. He's my future heir. I would prefer it if this guy didn't leave my court. I'm just going to say I don't care. I really, profoundly do not care. He's being a kid. What do you want? I'm going to stop being my eldest son's guardian. I want to make sure that I'm educating my future heir. His mom can raise him. For the 4 more years that he's a kid. In 4 more years, he's going to be an adult. We got our first dynasty legacy. We're going to unlock noble veins, chance of inheriting good congenital traits, and chance of new good congenital traits. That's great. And I'm hoping that this affects the child that's now in my wife's belly. Let's hope Noble Veins helps this next child out. And I'm really hoping it's a girl. Please, give me a girl. I want to get an alliance. Nope. Child was not meant to be. She still has 11 years of childbearing left, so we can still have a girl. During my afternoon stroll down the streets of Faircastle, my son Ryan runs up to me. Father, they just started swinging at one another when... He is interrupted by a high-pitched shriek, turning our attention to the fight down the street. The combatants appear to be a couple of pages from my court, circling each other in preparation for another tussle. I can get the firm hand perk? A 5% chance? Break it up, you two. Why am I breaking up fights in the middle of the street? Like, aren't there guards around supposed to be doing their jobs? Why am I doing it? With Lady Bethany's diligent administration of my household's finances, there is more gold at the end of the season. Really? Can I have some of it? Thank you. All of my men-at-arms are to level 3 now. My son and heir Robert, along with Ryan and Ronald, have been invited to a gathering of peers by Lord Tyler. House Lannister. They are packed and ready and clearly excited to leave for Lannisport. They're going on a sleepover. Let's do it. They can all go. This isn't Cersei's domain. This belongs to this kid. So, I mean, if they were going to Cersei's house, I would be a little bit more scared. I'd be a little bit more reluctant to send them. You know what, actually? Cersei was, like, also, at least in the show, like, children were the only people that she really got... Well, specifically her children. But she was actually pretty good with kids. So maybe, maybe she would enjoy a sleepover with a bunch of kids. She's married to Lord Davin, the Bright Lion of the Westerlands. They're closely related, so I think their children... I think they're so closely related that their children could be inbred if she's not careful. Because they're both in House Lannister. My son just got hurt. He got in a fight on his sleepover? Because they are there. Look, he's still here. Somebody beat up my son. Another person... Somebody's beating my children. Who is beating my children? Alright, please come home. Please come home. He's having a grand old time, even though he's got a black eye. But he's ambitious now. Alright, boys. Sleepover's over. Time to come home. You're too much roughhousing. I think somebody's trying to hurt my children. Somebody is abusing my children. Oh my goodness. See, it's stupid little decisions like that. Me just nonchalantly being like, oh yeah, I'll just send my kids to a sleepover. And they were beaten half to death at the sleepover. Good thing they survived, but they are still severely injured. I think some good could come out of this. Maybe when my youngest son gets healed, he will get the trait Scarred, and the scarred trait is actually positive. The ladies love it. An overheard whisper and a sharp glare are the final pieces that make the puzzle fall into place. My courtier, Adrena, is more well-versed in the art of intrigue than she would have everyone believe. To know there is a woman like that in court makes me rather nervous. However, I might learn a lot if I can get her to trust me. Let's try to get a perk. It takes many days, but at long last, I coincidentally stumble upon Adrena while she's alone. Lady Adrena, I have been meaning to... If you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? If you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? I would ask both of them to present their side of the conflict. They both would have to tell me what happened. What's the difference between these two? She pauses, thoughtful, before continuing. In the middle of a march to battle, just as you are setting up camp, an officer approaches you to ask what should be done with a spy that has been caught. I'm sure the officer would know what to do. Why isn't behead them instantly? Why is that not an option here? I'm sure the officer would know what to do. Her eyebrows creep down and her gaze grows cold. You make a decision, say that all taxes and accounting will be raised, and it comes to your attention that one of your vassals openly questions that decision. How do you react? No one questions me like that. I would confront the vassal. Yeah, no one questions me like that. I would confront the vassal. She frowns and takes a step back. I would appreciate it if you did not approach me regarding this again. Before I have time to respond, she has already started moving down the hallway, every step cloaking her further in the shadow. You gained learning to read people. We didn't get a perk, so I guess we failed. We didn't answer her stupid questions, right? We gave her the wrong answer? Was I supposed to give, like, spy kind of answers and just be... I don't know. I answered with my heart, and we didn't get it. I guess I'm too honorable. I'm too honorable for this lifestyle. I'm gonna put my Castellan in intrigue now. Monthly intrigue lifestyle experience. And are my sons still wounded? Yes, they are. Maester, what are you doing? Cure my son. Visiting the local market, a merchant from a faraway land catches my attention. Come closer, my lord. Marvel at treasures never before seen in these lands. Diplomacy challenge. I'm gonna get this claim against this other separate person, because the second we get the claim, we can grab this. Let me take a look at the holding. It's not developed at all, so I'm not gonna hang on to it. I have no reason to hold on to it. And it's not the duchy capital. So let's quickly grab a claim for this and take it, and we'll give it away to a vassal. I could technically hold on to it, but I know I'm eventually going to give it away because, like I said, it's not developed. It's not valuable for me to really take, or not really valuable for me to keep. Unlike this holding here, Casey, it is developed, so that would be a valuable thing to hold on to. I want to hold on to Feast Fires, too. So if I can hold on to anything, it would be these two. Don't really care about any of this. Let's grab this claim and fight this war. We still have some time left. Maester, what are you doing? I'm getting really nervous now. I don't want my son to die. He's a genius. And I will feel so stupid for sending him to the killer sleepover. There's a Liberty faction against Cersei that we can capitalize on. We can reduce her... the hook at the end of the war isn't going to be really helpful for us because we already have a strong hook. But at least we'll reduce her crown authority. And she's pregnant. I'm going to save up some more money first. The faction is only getting stronger. The war might take a while, so I just want to stockpile some money. Just so I don't go into debt. My Duchess Lady Bethany has become a well-known figure in the religious world. Her patronage of the Faith of the Seven scholars, septs, and orders have even attracted the attention of the High Septon himself. The Lord Paramount's gratitude comes with powerful benefits. My Duchess has offered to reach out to him on my behalf. I could become friends with the High Septon, the dumb one? Do I want to be his friend? What purpose would that serve? I guess he'd be more likely to give me money. I can get a weak hook on him. Or I can gain 500 piety. I'm doing that one. This faction isn't going anywhere. It's still getting stronger. I just realized we're going to have to spend money when I get this claim, so let's get this claim, spend the money, and then stockpile a little bit more money, and then we'll declare this war. My court is going on tour, and I should be visiting Faircastle to receive a fine banquet. I think we're going to throw a wrench into your plans here. Or no, maybe she'll get to my castle before we can start the war. We'll see. A Brovosi puppeteer has arrived in my court. My steward, having heard talk of his talent among the local small folk, decided to invite him to put on a show for my household. We're gonna watch a puppet show. The puppet show was entertaining. The puppeteer put on several performances for my household. Some were light and comical, while others had a darker tone. All in all, I greatly enjoyed myself. 43-year-old man enjoying a puppet show. My second son wants to be wrathful. He might make a good knight. He might be a really good knight for me. He's getting that kind of personality, a very martial-focused personality. Once we get to 100 gold, I'm declaring this Liberty War. There we go. She might even give up. She might just immediately concede to us and give us what we want. She did. She lowered her crown authority. So there we go. That's good. That's the result that we wanted, because we don't have to spend money at war anymore. We can save that money for this war. Uh-oh, she's here. I love how the second that we declare a Liberty War on her, she's arriving at our place. Like, perfect timing. Welcome, my lady, welcome! We just declared war on you. We can grow closer to forming a friendship with her. I have no interest in being her friend. None at all. She becomes my son's guardian? Nope. Ooh, she becomes my rival. Both of my sons were cured of their injuries, and they got the Scar trait, which is a positive thing. So, I guess the nightmare sleepover of doom turned out to be helpful for him. He's got like a werewolf scar, and he's only 8 years old. Wow. It worked out for us. Alright, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna let my son be... Are we gonna let her be my son's guardian? She's only gonna be his guardian for another year at most. He's about to become an adult. So, just to prevent us from becoming rivals with her, let's not do that. He can be her he could be her ward. I don't think she'll do anything to him. My company will surely please her. Cersei loved wine. She loved wine. That's why I'm going with this one. She was insulted. Okay, apparently this is a different Cersei. I'm bringing another knight in. I arranged a betrothal between this little girl and this giant man who has 32 prowess. Not quite sure who this guy is. Alright, lords and ladies, we are nearing the end here. We're getting up to an hour. So let's get this last war. Let's get this Lordship of Borin line. If I deny her, it's considered an act. It's considered a crime if I deny her and I don't give her the money that she wants. I really wanted to spend this money on my own war, but we don't have a choice. As of late, Lady Cersei is growing listless with boredom in my presence, often appearing to be on the edge of the waking world. A thought comes to me as I watch her idly pushing her food around. She has lived a full life. Perhaps she would be flattered if we were to recreate one of her famous exploits in the form of a play. Yeah, let's have a play about her and her brother banging each other. It's a terrible idea. She's asking for more money again! And if I don't do it, she's going to become my rival. And you do not want Cersei Lannister to be your rival. Oh my god, she's taking me for everything. Okay, speed 5 until we get out of debt. I don't have anything I can sell, and I don't have any prisoners that I can ransom. Unbelievable. She made us pay her back for that Liberty War that we started. That was her revenge. My son got a Midas-touched stewardship education. And he's a trained fighter. He's back at court. My son has been invited to a gathering of peers. Nope. We're not making this mistake again. I'm not... Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Oh, no. Fool me once, shame on... Whatever. Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm not doing it again. I'm not falling for this deadly sleepover business. Not putting my son at risk again. Grave news for Westeros. King Aegon, a long-forgotten scion of the treacherous House Blackfire, has landed in the lordship of Worthport, with him at the head of a host of 10,000 men under the command of Harry. Just as the wounds of the realm were thought to be healing, the Seven Kingdoms are once again at war. We're gonna join the king, we're not joining the rebels. I don't want to spend any more money. I'm not going to do either of these. I don't want to lose any more money. I'm already in debt. This one's fine. I lost a little bit of dread, so what? I can give my son the squire tree. Wow, everything is just getting in our way. I wanted to declare this a war. We were just about to do it, and then Cersei Lannister stole all our money. And then we were about to do it again, and this war got declared, and now I can't do it. I can't declare war while in debt. Damn it. Golden Child. One morning as I'm getting ready to face the day, my son Ryan approaches me. Father, we found this while exploring the northern tower yesterday. You should have it. He hands over a small tattered coin pouch. Damn it. Oh my god, my son just gave me some money. He just helped his dad out. Yeah, declaring war on this guy while this war is going on would be considered a declaration against her. Let's just wait till this war ends. Really? That's the rebel? That's the rebel army? 5,000 men? Why even bother? Robert, Lord Ernst Guest is firmly in my grip. However, with the right strategy, I might raise my upper hand even further. I gain some lifestyle experience. I lose my hook against my son. Robert could find no incriminating information about Lord Ernest, so it was a good thing I had prepared it myself. All of a sudden, Ernest seems to be beset by foul rumors, and I happen to hold all the evidence for them. He got a secret. He's a sodomite. He has two secrets. He's a deviant and a sodomite. I'm gonna try to get my future heir to be honorable. He won't do it. Why are you guys dancing around and just take this? This is his thing. They insist on just chasing little armies around. Why don't you just take this? There you go. Now he's stubborn. A relative knighted. My relative, Robert? I mean, my son? Why does it say my relative? Just say my son. He's been made a knight. Nice. At 17 years old, he got knighted. What is the AI doing? Can they not conquer this or something? Whatever. I'm not going to pay attention. I'm just going to lose my patience. We'll just watch the war score. I can get a claim on the Lord Paramountcy of the Vale from my from the High Septon. I can get a press claim on this. Are you serious? And I could live in the Eyrie? No. We have a future house already set up for us. It's close. He wants to be a martial education, but it wouldn't help him out to be a martial education because I don't want him fighting or doing anything like that. This is going to be my ruler. We want to protect him. We're not going to send him into battle or anything. So I don't think giving him a martial education would help. Stewardship might. I will shape him in my image. Norton, an itinerant bard popular with the common folk, has arrived in my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performance, he came to me to ask what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. A little Led Zeppelin, or something like that. Well-known dynasty. I'm not quite sure where they are now. Where have they run off to? My son is helping me increase my martial by one. He gave me a book. Dude, where's this army, honestly? What the hell? Where are they fighting? %95%. It's about to be over. I'm gonna grab that Know Thyself perk now. It's over. Okay, let's declare this war, and that's how we're gonna end it, lords and ladies, because we're over an hour a little bit. But I promised. Let's get some conquest. He only has 824 men. It should be just as simple as taking his castle, and then should end it. Cersei wants me to be her steward. It looks like my wife is done having kids. We still have 4 more years, but we're running out of time. This might be all we get, just 3 sons. He wants to be temperate. In about 8 months, we can try to influence his personality again. This thing only lasts for 10 years. I'm going to constantly have to repair it. But it's eventually going to get replaced anyway. They raised an army of 14 men. Another grown man crying into his hands. Alright, we're creating our first vassal. A lady? A married lady? Her personality isn't great, but it's not awful either, and her stewardship kind of sucks. That's the downside. But she already has a child. She's in a patrilineal marriage with her husband, so her children are going to be of a different culture, because it's a patrilineal marriage, and his culture is Northman. So Northmen, people of the Northman culture are going to be landed here. Not a big fan about it, but that's what we're stuck with. I could always revoke her title and switch to somebody else, but I can't be bothered. There's no point. Got a nice little bit of money there. My son just came of age. He got a 3-star education. Alright. So I'm going to hit pause here. We're not going to play anymore. That's going to do it for this one. We took care of all our prisoners. We got 2 conquests in 1 episode. Cersei Lannister is now our liege lord, and we were able to reduce her crown authority down to 3. And we currently have a strong hook against her. I'm a little bummed that we can't modify our contract again, but that's okay. We can do it later. We'll do it with our next ruler. Hopefully. Alright. I think that was a pretty good episode. Let me check opinions. They all look good. So that's going to be a great place to end this one, guys. Thank you so much. Had a lot of fun with this one. Things went well. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't have more children and that we didn't have a girl. But I can't get everything I want. The game is gonna do the exact opposite of what I want it to do. But that's okay. At least we have sons. And we have an heir that's going to take the throne in the future. So we're all set. We're looking good. We're growing. We're growing at the expense of other people. We're chewing into Land's Point here, and we've started taking pieces of this Duchy of Tarich as well. And pretty soon we'll have this entire peninsula. And then soon we'll swallow up Casterly Rock and Lannisport. I'm so excited, guys. But we're not there yet. That's going to be for the future, lords and ladies. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button down at the bottom. Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Join us for future episodes of the series. I hope to see you guys there. But until then, have a good one, guys.